Well, it's been very dry in Michigan for the month of June and July, but we've got a weekend of rain and boy do we need it. And after a couple episodes with success, the start of the engine and the first drive, this episode is going to start with a spectacular failure. So this is my hood, it's upside down, and my son and I held it and we put rust mort in here because I had rust in behind here and surface rust in behind here, and I kind of wanted to try and do something about it. So we held it upside down, we put a quart of rust mort in there, we tipped the hood from side to side to get the rust mort everywhere it needed to be, let it dry, and that worked out pretty good. So I thought I should be able to do the same thing with paint. Get some paint, put some reducer in it. I got just tractor paint, put some hardener in it, a reducer, and we dumped it in there and we tried the same approach, but the viscosity of paint is so much higher that it didn't work. So we sat it down and then we tried to spread the paint out with a paintbrush, and because I had the hardener in it and the reducer, it was drying so fast that I didn't know what to do. And so as a last resort, I just took the paintbrush and kind of dabbed it and gave it this rust proofing look because the brush strokes looked horrible. So it doesn't mean enough to me to try and wet sand all this off we did it yesterday. It's not fully dry yet, but I'm just going to live with it. But note to self, don't ever try that again. And then also I've been doing, I'll try to get a shot of it when it's a little darker so you can see it, but I've got all the reverse light, the tail lights, the trailer plugs all wired up, the license plate lights, the EGRs back there, that wires in. Been taking it for a drive maybe every couple of days, just up and down the road, and kind of keeps me fired up. Most of the wiring in here is kind of buttoned up other than that. And the radio, I've got the wipers. I don't have them on yet, but I've got them all wired up, and that's where they're going to when they stop. So looks like I'm gonna put the arms on there, try that out. So it's just like a lot of little jobs. So, and the lighting's not very good in here, but the plan is to get the front clip on it and just get a mirror in it and something temporary floor mats and kind of put it on the road here maybe the next couple weeks and just kind of drive it for maybe August. It's late July right now. Just drive it for a month or so and enjoy it. And I know there's the risk that I won't get back to it, but I'll just have to purpose that I will, because what won't be done is the interior. So I'll pull the interior back out and redo that this winter. Build my beauty panels down there. Oh, the air never worked in the Vic, and I looked into that and it just needed to be charged. I charged it, the air seems to be working, so that's done. And then the only thing that's not coming back online is cruise control. For some reason that doesn't want to work. So I'm gonna have to look into that. And then the next major thing I need to do is that this door gap, and this was like this when I got the truck, this door gap from here to here on this side is right on the edge of being tight, and on the other side it's just a little bit too tight. So I've talked to my brother-in-law, he's got a Porta Power, and I've done some communicating with another guy that's doing a truck build on YouTube, and I watch his videos, and I'm gonna have to look up his name, I can't remember it, but I talked to him and he said he had the same problem and it didn't push out too bad. So I'm hoping to push this side out like, I don't know, an eighth, and maybe just a little more on the other side is what I'm thinking. And I had that was like that when I got the truck. I think the frame had been bent. I think it'd been in some accidents. And when I put the X brace in, I actually put simple jacks in here, just tried to push that apart a little bit and put the X brace in, and I did get that opened up. But when I took the X brace back out, it was right back where it was. So I'm gonna have to try and put, the other option would be to actually trim the edge of the door. It would be an option to just cut the door back, but I kind of would rather push it open. I feel like that the doors would open and close better. Because on the driver's door is actually some of the bolts on the back of the door are hitting on the back of the B pillars. the inside of the B pillar. So that's where I'm at. I really haven't videoed a whole lot this week because it was just like a lot of wiring and more wiring and then some wiring after that, and then painting on the hood. All the fenders are over here. I just threw a coat of black paint on the back side of the fenders. I put some self-etching primer in the black paint. I know there's hardly any light in here, but that was spray paint, so that didn't go too bad. Just to try and keep the rust at bay. So that's where I'm at. Okay, so the hood's on. More importantly, I've set up my door opening bending jig. And I'm really hoping this works. Actually kind of nervous right now. 2 pieces of, I think it's 3/16 wall tubing on this side, and just shims and rags to work as cushions. Try and spread the load out as much as I can and then focus the load right here. And I keep pushing it out. I go like an 1/8 or 1/16 more than the last time, then I back it off, check it type thing. My brother-in-law said he'd help me with a porta power, but I thought I'd give it a try. I think I might be there. I gotta loosen it up and take a measurement. So hopefully get those doors fitting better. Once this is done, it's going to be pretty exciting. I've been not looking forward to this. Well, I would say success with an asterisk. That's a lot better on the passenger side. Still kind of tight here. I don't know. Maybe there's more I can do with the alignment, but this is the best they've ever opened and closed since I had the truck. And I would imagine that I've got new weather seals and that'll probably have an impact on it, but this one's, I probably should have taken this one a little more, but I don't know. It's just not being a body man, but that's the best that door's ever closed since I've had it. So I think I'm going to call that good for the month-long test drive that I'm preparing for, and that should work. So now that those hurdles are over, spreading that out a little bit, and getting this these doors on. Kind of downhill now for getting ready where I can take it for my little test drive. So I'll put the front clip back on. Got a little wiring to do up here, but other than that, on the inside, couldn't find any new defroster tube locally, so I had to order some, so I'm waiting on that. So all I want for the test drive is just, I'd like to have defroster and throw the radio back in it and put the front clip back on it. Oh, I bought some aftermarket mirrors, stock mirrors, but aftermarket. Probably put those on. Oh, here's the paint job on the hood. Still left that spot from when it was the side of the bed. And just kind of, I don't know, just threw some paint on some of the rust, but got some F-150 squirters. So yeah, it's getting pretty exciting. I almost went and got plates insurance on this weekend, but I thought, no, I'll just wait, get it together. Well, the last couple days I haven't done a real good job of keeping up with the videos. Everything just seemed to be so minor and nothing to really show. So a lot of stuff kind of happened without any video, but the front clip's back on it. I have my $49 halogen Amazon headlights. They're glass. They seem to work all right, especially on high beams. They're good on high beams. And then my turn signals, I got those done. Obviously the whole front clip's on. I have plates and insurance on it. I thought about doing something with this badge here, but I just left it like that for now. Those are the eBay mirrors. Thanks to Matt at River City for heading me that way. I've driven it to work 2 days now, which is about a 45-minute ride, and 10 minutes of that is on the expressway. It's very busy and it just holds its own, no problem. So I've already got some miles on it, change the oil in it. Oh, my gas tube, that's not a total failure, but you can't run it on high. You have to put it on the lower speed to put it in. So I don't know, at some point I may fix that. I was concerned about that because I added I think the problem is I took a tube and cut it on an angle and rolled it over and welded it back together, so I had a sharp angle. And I think that's the problem. The wiper's all on there. Yeah, it's a lot of fun to drive. Rolls right down the road. My plan now is I'd like to finish. I've got my tube for the defroster now. I haven't needed them yet, but sometimes in the morning I need them, even in the summer. So I want to get the defrosters done, because that can pretty much stay done when I'm redoing the inside of the cab. And then just temporarily put the radio in it. Like I said, it's a 45-minute ride and it gets kind of boring without a radio, so I'll put the radio that I have and the speakers in there and just cut up a piece of wood pry and put the speakers in behind the seat. And then I want to drive it for this fall. And I know I was really trying to purpose to not start driving it before it's done, but this is the big week. This is Woodward Dream Cruise is this coming up here pretty quick, week or so. Back to the Bricks, which is another big cruise in Flint, and so there's all sorts of, this is like the car week here around here in Michigan. This is when all the stuff happens, or month, sorry, when all the stuff happens. So have it up for that, have it up for fall. Get into winter, pull the insurance off it, let it sit till probably the first of the year. After the first of the year, and then come out and start getting the interior done on it and get my carpet and headliner and figure out radio and speakers. I got a little rust repair to do on the drip rail. Pull the glass out. I need a new windshield. Put new seal on the back glass. I think I might tint the back glass. Do all that stuff. But just driving like this for a couple months, once I get the radio in there, it'll be definitely drivable. Oh, put a little something on the floor. I was trying to roll up the windows and run the AC the other day, and it's like, man, it's not keeping up. Well, all I have is just a sheet metal on the floor, and the catalytic converters are down there, so a lot of heat comes up. So I got some carpet. I'll just throw down for now. But yeah, it's exciting. It's a lot of fun to drive. I went to a car cruise last night, local cruise here, and I didn't really get a chance to kind of get people's reaction because I kept running into friends that I knew, and we were talking about other stuff, and just didn't really get a chance to talk about the truck much. But it was fun to go. A couple people walked up and already knew about the frame swap thing, so that was kind of fun. So I'll pop the hood here with the sun. You'll be able to get a good look at the motor as compared to when I had it in the barn with my meager lighting. Well, another thing I didn't get a shot of was my turn signals. And boy, if you're doing a 66 or 65 where the turn signals are up here, I made some assumptions on putting lights certain ways, and there's just not a lot of room. For example, this one here, I kind of lucked out. I didn't really check it good, and I put this is the Crown Vic here and here, and I mean it's touching just barely, just enough to be acceptable, I guess. But yeah, check you don't have a lot of room up here. So, and then if you use your butter knife to spread your epoxy, you might want to sand that. That looks kind of tacky. Oh well, I'll drive it like this for now. Then we'll wash our tank in, and with the F-150 squirters, they work really well. I don't know if you can see it, but the paint job failure on the bottom of the hood, I guess it's always good for a laugh. I'm not going to put the effort sanding it off, fixing it right now. But as far as I'm concerned, it's done up to the firewall. Here's my Crown Vic latch. I don't know if I can get a shot. I don't ever really get a good shot of the latch up there. I just cut it off here and then put some flat pieces in to go up to the hood. Awesome to drive though. The gas tube thing isn't really too much of a problem because you generally have somebody walking up wanting to talk to you. So you usually have time to wait for it to go in. I'll get a quick shot of the exhaust note, but especially on an iPhone, even any microphone trying to pick up exhaust, it just doesn't really sound the same. But like I said, this is two cats, stock P70 or P-71 exhaust with the Flowmasters, the 44s. I have to look up the number. Oh, if you watch that episode, I told you what they are, but a set of Flowmasters. A little bit of grumble at idle, and then when you do get on it, you can hear it. A little bit of note in the cab, not much. I think once I get all my carpet and everything in there, it'll have it's good sound now, but I think it'll be just fine. I thought it was a little quiet at first, but I plan to keep doing videos. There'll probably be a little gap here, but I want to do a video of the things I bought maybe, and then just do a short video on what I would do different and what I'm happy with what I did, just so that if somebody's building a truck, they don't have to watch 20 minutes of video to get 3 minutes information. So that's the end of this one. She's on the road. Thanks for watching.